Hey, I'm Lauren, Gratus Guru, here with Omar Al Busaidy.
Wow.
It took me a few tries.
It takes a lot of people, like a lot of times they get my name right, but you just like that.
Omar Al Busaidy.
Al Busaidy.
It's so fun to say.
Right?
It brings a smile to your face.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, can I just say something about my name?
Yeah.
I love that you said that because, so my name is Omar Al Busaidy. Saeed in Arabic means happiness, happy. So I am from the happiness clan. Yeah, Omar, my name Omar means lifetime in Arabic. And then Al means the, so Omar of the Busaidy, like the Saeed. Saeed means happiness tribe.
So it's like you were meant to have like a lifetime of happiness.
I'm always happy. Look at me. Look how I'm blessed to meet you, Lauren. I'm so honored to meet you. Like I told you.
See, he's been like this, so I've been like, just really grateful to be sitting here with him. So Pursue Your Passion series is about talking with people that I have met that inspire me and may also perhaps possibly inspire you too. And Omar is actually an ambassador, an international ambassador here, thankfully provided by the US government on a Fulbright Scholarship, and will be attending Florida State University for the next 2 years while he works on gaining his master's degree in international relations.
Woo!
Yeah.
Again, even my...
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Even my mom forgot what I'm here to study for. She actually sent me a message the other day. She's like, oh, I told her, I'm like, Mom, I'm really happy. I'm at FSU. We did the orientation, everything, and I got my courses. She's like, what's your major again?
No, come on.
It's okay. She's my mom.
Yeah.
She's the only one who's allowed to not remember why I'm here.
She's got a lot going on, right?
She does. Down under, she's in Australia, so she's busy with koalas. Mm-hmm.
Australia, have you been to Australia?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Me either, but soon. Okay, so you're here all the way from the UAE. We talked about this. He's an educator, author, and global friend of the world.
Trying to be.
Yeah. So one of the things, what do you mean trying to be? You are.
Thank you.
One of the things that is very, that Omar is very passionate about is education.
Yes.
So I wanted to sit with you and ask you what exactly is a Fulbright Scholarship, and how does this benefit your long-term plan for your future and what you wish to do with education?
So the Fulbright Scholarship is a scholarship that's been granted by the U.S. State Department since 1949, and it's actually after the name of the senator, the U.S. senator J.W. Fulbright. And he set up this Fulbright Scholarship to promote intercultural exchange between different people around the world. And this was actually after World War II. So after so much disaster and hardship that people faced during that time, he said, okay, let me do something that will continue as a legacy for generations to come. And in fact, this is one of the only programs that the US government does not cut the budget for.
Oh, wow.
So sending US citizens overseas and bringing people from around the world to come to the US. So their criteria to select people is very, very difficult. The process takes a year, if not more, minimum 1 year. It takes sometimes a year and a half or longer to get approved. And in the UAE, they always selected 2 people, but this time they made an exception and they took 3 people from the UAE. So I'm happy to be here.
Now you're here.
Yeah, representing my country and to get recognized by another government is actually, I'm honored, and I thank you because US taxpayer.
Yeah. Oh, which? Hold on. Wait, I have something first.
Oh yes. How could I not? Thank you very much. I feel today I'm getting
Pins.
my pin, like, you know, when you're in the army and then they give you all those like stars and stuff.
So now you have your American flag pin. You
Yes,
are
I
here
do.
for the next 2 years and representing.
You see, with the black background, it looks awesome, huh?
It does, yes.
Thank
Okay, so I've spent a lot of time with you. In the short amount of time that we spent together, I know that your culture influences your life.
Yeah.
And also your values.
Mm-hmm.
And so, wait.
Mm.
I said, what is your plan then? So
Oh, after
there's
sorry.
a two-part question.
Yes.
So what
there
about
is.
education?
So,
Because this is your
yes.
passion, is education.
Absolutely true.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the scholarship is one thing. Now, what I've always pursued, what I've always said is I want to continue in the field of education because I feel education is the core of everything in life, whether the growth of civilizations or when it comes to establishing peace and harmony and understanding between people. And for me, the reason I decided I wanted to go with education is because I was faced by some good and some unfortunate experiences in education, particularly because there were subjects like mathematics, which I explained to you before, why I disliked it, because I've always had bad teachers in that field. And I think that imagine if someone went to school and almost every subject they had bad teachers, they probably would hate education and then they end up doing the wrong things. Not necessarily saying that people who don't have an education are the ones that always do wrong things, but maybe if they could be able to go into that route. And the second thing is, I always love to use this quote by Mark Twain. He said there are two important days in your life: the day you were born and the day you find out why. And I realized that in every encounter I have with people, whether it's one person or a group of people, whether it's an organization or a school or a conference, I'm always able to bestow new knowledge and information to people, and they like it. And so I realized, I was like, you know what? I think I'm an educator. People tell me, you know, you give us so much information in such a small amount of time. Why don't you do this like full time? And I was like, you know what? And it makes me happy when I do it. And yeah, and it also obviously influenced by my religion and my faith, that it's considered, you know, if you work in the medical industry or the education industry, it's a very noble job or cause, and it will pay off here and hereafter. So I hope that it will be received well by my maker.
Yeah, so you know, I've actually been following you on social media since December. I scrolled all the way back. It took me maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes, but December 2017.
Yeah.
I have been inspired by your posts.
Thank you.
By your passion, your heart, and so I'm just really grateful that our paths connected, because when I found out that you were in America and so close to me, I reached out to you immediately. And
I'm coming.
I said, can I please come meet you in person? You know? So thank you for letting me come and spend time with you.
Oh,
It's
thank
so
you
cool.
for coming. I love it.
See, like, I have just so much gratitude. I can't even, like.
She's the best chef in the world as well.
Yeah.
When do you ever try having oatmeal with eggs at the same time? If you have, please comment below.
That's not really a
If you
chef
ever tried it.
That's just whipping a few things together, right? Okay, so, okay, back to values.
Mm-hmm.
Values are like an integral part of society, right?
Mhm.
And you can see the dichotomy between where you're from and Western culture, and how we seem to maybe not all be aligned with values, having, you know, any or a few, if that.
Yeah.
And I see that, you know, even just spending some time with you, how important your values are. And I wanted to know what you would say your top 3 values are that you identify with.
The top 3 values that I identify with are, first, respect. Number 2, hospitality. Number 3 is being kind. those are the three values that are like ingrained in us since we're kids. And respect for us is for everyone, regardless of their race, nationality, age, anything. And for us, and then you know, even when I spoke to your mom briefly, I said, "Hi, mom." Like I cannot call her by her first name. It's for us. For us, it's not right. Anyways, number two, hospitality. You know, whether it's with you or anybody else, we do not eat first before the person, our guest. Like you have to be, you have to serve them. You know. Number three is kindness, and the one thing that is very, very important for us is that you know, everything we do, number one is the way we think is we do it in the name of God, and then second in the name of humanity. So you need to treat people as you would like to be treated yourself. So we're always like kind of careful with our words and our behavior so that you don't make the other person uncomfortable, and also you know, you offer assistance and help as much as possible. So I'm happy that I just moved here and I already got to know my neighbors, whether they're residents or the commercial tenants, and I'm friends with everyone now, so it's very good, you know?
Yeah.
And those are the values that our government and religion and our families teach us.
And you do
Thank you.
live by them and practice them, and
Thank
it
you.
shows. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you are an author,
Thank you.
and
I
no, thank you.
like the promotion.
Thank you.
good.
You're an author, and your book is known internationally and has received laudable reviews. It's titled "Just Read It."
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired this book and why you wrote it, and what you wish for the reader to take away from it?
So I experienced a couple of maybe challenging situations in my life. I've been divorced, I've been fired twice, I've been stabbed, I have metals in my back, I've been demoted, and I don't know, several things, you know, I don't know, a lot of things. And as a result of all of that, and I realized I was always questioning myself. I was always questioning
I see it.
and saying, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, dear.
This is live, right?
Yeah,
There's no editing. Like, I don't. Okay. All right.
So I was like, dear God, why me? Every time when something wrong happens to people, the first thing you ask, why me? Like you think you're a good person and you do good and you just want to help, and you know. But then I realized that God gives his biggest problems to his toughest soldiers. If you cannot handle that problem, you would never receive it in the first place. Only the toughest get those kind of problems. It's like, someone told me that, or I think I heard it somewhere. And then, and I wrote that in the book. And after that, I decided that, you know what, because I was like a lab rat in so many situations, like, you know, getting fired and all those different things, I said, okay, how can other people avoid making the same mistakes? So I talk about those problems, and I also have a TEDx talk about this. I spoke at TEDx Youth, and I explain these things not because I'm proud of what happened, but I don't want other people to make the same decisions I made at those situations and then face that same problem or maybe bigger problems. So then I started going to schools and universities and discussing all these things, and I put PowerPoint slides. My PowerPoint slides have one sentence and an image. I don't want to have too many words, so I don't want to bore people. And then the students would always sit in my class, but none of them would take notes, and it used to bother me. I don't like people not taking notes. So I was like, okay. I used to ask the students every week, why do you not take notes? Why do you come to class and don't take notes? And one of them was like, she's like, we like to listen to you speak, but we don't like taking notes. She's like, why don't you write a book? I was like, you know what? I'll write a book. And I'm an Aries. You tell us to do anything, we will do it. Like someone daring us on something, it's like a no-brainer. We'll just do it. So I took up the challenge, and 8 months later, the book was published.
Wow.
That was literally it. Otherwise, I had no intention of being an author. Like, it wasn't like, I have so many friends that publish books around me, but I never thought, oh, I want to do the same. I mean, I have other things that I wanted to do, but apparently it did well. So
it is doing
I should
well.
have, yeah.
It is doing well. So that's Just Read It, and the Amazon link will be in the description box below. And so let's wrap with, I like to always ask, what is one thing or piece of advice you've received or that you would like to share with someone that's watching right now that wants to pursue their passion? Words of inspiration or a tip, anything you would want to leave them with?
Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your character. Watch your character, they become your destiny.
And if people want to follow you on Instagram,
Omar Al Busaidy.
and that's below as well. So I'm super grateful for you. You already know this. I think you're so cool.
Thanks, Lauren. You're the best.
Thanks for spending time and making this video with me. And
This was awesome.
yeah, was it?
Thank you.
Okay.
She's so cool, guys. She's awesome. Lauren is cool. And I'm really happy I met you. It's been awesome. And she drove all 4 hours to get here. And yeah, I'm honored. Don't
Yeah,
cry.
same. I know. It's gratitude. It's tears of joy. Okay, so that is Pursue Your Passion. Make sure to like, share, comment if you liked this episode.
Thank you, Gratus Guru.
Subscribe and
Namaste.
follow Omar Al Busaidy on Instagram and check out his book, Just Read It.
Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything is Omar Al Busaidy.
All the things. Okay, and I think that's it for now, but we'll do an update with you to see how your Fulbright Scholarship is going, and what is the next step after
The Masters.
yeah,
I want to do a PhD in statecraft.
of course. Wow. So international ambassador right here.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Actually, at one time, I was just before we end, I was actually a global shaper with the World Economic Forum. So the World Economic Forum, which is organized in Davos in Switzerland every year, they have an initiative called Global Shapers Community, and there's 5,000 global shapers, and I was one of them. So every time when I would go places, I mean, that was my title. But then you were there till 30 years old, and after that, that's it. We don't have global shapers anymore. So then when I would tell people I'm a global shaper, they would be like, so what exactly have you shaped so far around the world? I loved it. It was such a huge title. I was like, whoa. I mean, it's a big entity, but the title was like, it was bigger than president. I think it's, you know, when you want to be president or you be global shaper. So I was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow, to be a global. But it was there once upon a time, and I'm done. So I'm just happy being Omar, Lauren's friend here in Florida. That's enough. Bigger than anything. If I can say Omar Al Busaidy, Lauren's friend, is bigger than global shaper.
Oh my gosh.
Because the globe is right here.
When you're talking mess, you must know when you're talking mess,
It's
right?
not true. Ain't true. She's just hating.
No, I'm grateful.
And haters are always gonna hate.
That's what we cue the
Yeah.
they're supposed to. Okay, alright, so is that it?
Live long and prosper. You saw that.
Well, the one thing I took away from orientation coming with you is basic equals gateway. So anything basic, anything introductory is just a gateway into what you are meant to do. So I would say if anything is less than what it seems to be and you refer to it as basic, just look at it as a gateway.
True that.
Yeah. Wow.
Amen.
Sister, all right. Thank you so much. And
Thank you so much.
see you again soon.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.